looks like a mid-tie against the Quap, so we were wondering about the lane matchups here. I agree with Blitz. I'm not a huge fan of this, but Wind Ranger carry with a 5-position Ember and a off-lane Tusk. So we thought the first game was a bit of a, Battle Cup-esque, little bit of cockiness coming out from OG. Anything can work kind of dream thing here. And they won. I would say they took that to the next level here. What do you think, Cap?
At what point does this start becoming just rude?
Yeah.
Why you got to do that to Dendy like
it's
that?
Like their draft makes sense in regards to, like, as a team, they have team fight, they have pick off, they have wave clear. But in terms of the heroes and what role they're playing, that's a whole nother ball game that I don't want to discuss any further than just enjoying what's about to be bestowed upon us in the form of Dota content.
All right, well, bait. I'll get the 2 for 2. Pango Beastmaster versus Ember Spirit and Wind Ranger. As you said, this is the support no-tail Ember Spirit with the headdress and carry Sumail Wind Ranger. Our mid-lane matchup, Dendy Queen of Pain versus 33's Tidehunter. And bottom lane, that's where the Excalibur Meepo is going to be farming up. I'm surprised he's only Platinum tier, to be honest. I thought he was a pretty prolific Meepo player.
Not Master tier Meepo.
Well, he's already starting things off, right? Getting 2 CS. I don't know. Well, so how do you think that support Ember Spirit is going to be able to function in this lane? Let's start with that.
Looks like he's owning so far. I think Beastmaster is just really weak in lane early levels, as the panel mentioned that I believe that already. And you're seeing Ember's kind of bullying him, and it's kind of forcing the support Pango, who's not the most help in lane early on, to drag the creep wave. Notice that he dropped his Orb of Venom on Pangolier to, okay, well, it's already too late, but he dropped it to hit the creeps such that when he re-aggroed the creeps up the cliff, the creeps weren't slowed at all. So that's a first. I thought that was a really cool little thing I just saw. But, Pop-Tart, you're a little too slow there, buddy.
Just throw him under the bus?
I'm just kidding. He's been doing a great job. We're all working long hours, and I'm just giving him crap. But looks like mid lane going about as expected. Dendy just free farming 4 denies. About to have, if he gets all these 11 out of 12 CS to start the first 3 waves, will he get them all? Grant, I know you're watching. Oh, he missed that range.
Missed that one.
That actually looked like he got it.
He missed another one.
Okay, 2 out of 4. That's better than most of the people watching this game, so that's acceptable.
How's Excalibur doing? I feel like this bottom lane is very important. The Tusk Phoenix lane. It sounds pretty oppressive.
Yeah, Phoenix. Go ahead.
Well, they just have a Chen in lane, so that solves a lot of things, right?
Absolutely. The mana regen creep seems to be nice as we see an engagement top. No-Tail may be in a little bit of trouble.
Block him in. If they could just get a lucky shot, then finally they do. A Shackle Shot is not going to stop that kill from happening. First blood for Ghostic, and Sumail's going to be chased away.
Oddly enough, he has Shackle as well as Power Shot on Sumail, so I expect him to be having some mana issues.
Yeah, where's the win run pickup?
Courier. Nice Shackle to save the Courier. The bait
now he definitely has mana issues.
Yeah. No-Tail actually TPing in and mangoing him, so really embracing the 5-position Ember to its fullest.
33's having a rough one. Even as he tries to max out Kraken Shell, he's having to
power
just
shot top.
funnel regen over and over again.
And Sumail with no win run. Absolutely no points in it. Level 3.
Okay, gets another lucky shot. The Shackle Shot doesn't actually last. Neither does the Chains, but King R didn't have enough to get that kill anyway.
Symphony of Fails going on in the top lane so far. Misses the last hit as Sumail. Misses, gets the deny. Okay.
Don't call it fails here, Brian. We call it experimental spell casting.
Gotcha. Miss every Shackle you don't throw, Cap.
Indeed. Hey, one upside of the mid-tide hunters, you've got camps nearby to farm. 33 actually stacked up for himself, so similar game plan to his Darkseer.
Worked out last time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same idea, though. Darkseer is a super low cooldown, run-at-you kind of hero, while Tide is a long cooldown, ultimate-based hero. So, kind of see how that plays out. Dendy already level 5. On the other hand, 33 not even halfway from level 4 to 5. Is going to potentially stack this large camp. Very nice. Dendy getting the first rune. It is top, protected by King R. Zeb looking to go on LeBron bottom. Does catch him with a pretty sick shards, if you ask me, and he's going to go down.
Gives him a little taunt action. Doesn't really matter so much so, right? Just because, to be honest, what is Chen really doing in this lane from here on out?
Because
he doesn't want to take experience, right?
Exactly.
He just wants to distract everybody in that lane so Excalibur can get solo experience and free farm.
And he's spamming the heal creep on Excalibur. 15 heal per half second. That thing always looks so funny.
Combine that with the Divine Favor. You got yourself a decent little save there. Excalibur is going to be taking a lot of damage on one of his meatboats here. The dive on through. Sox, he needs a couple more shots, and they'll be able to get it underneath the tower. Excalibur.
I didn't think they were going to get him, but that's just an overwhelming amount of damage. You can tell Excalibur caught a bit off guard as well.
All that damage, level 2 Fire Spirits and level 2 Tag Team. An early meatboat kill. Oh, gee, they needed something like that because their other lane's not going the hottest, that's for sure. Soxa going to be found by Dendi, who went in, invaded the enemy jungle, and takes their Bounty Rune, much like he took Soxa's life.
Isn't that exactly what happened last game, where they took the Bounty Rune and they chased him down and he fed himself to neutrals? But that was No Tail.
Yeah,
it was No Tail opposite side, but same idea. As Tidehunter does go down in the mid lane, only level 5 to Dendi's halfway to level 7. Good kill there. Looking a lot better this game for Bait. They were looking pretty good in the laning stage last game, though.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of transitioning this to the part of the game where the team play really comes into play.
Do you feel like Dendi's in on a hero that will be able to use this advantage better? Or is it just about execution of team fights?
I'd say this is exactly the kind of hero that can take over the game, and this is where Quap flourishes. But at the same time, it's going to come down to that map maneuverability and who starts making the smarter moves. As we see Chen going down again bottom, as Meepo has ditched the lane.
I watched
understandably so.
There's nothing to see there. An Icarus dive and Ice Shards, a poor support. That is always going to be dying. It's just space. Excalibur is busy farming up the jungle. He'll take the stacks that Dendi set up for him. Oh, how nice of you, Dendi.
If that was a core, you'd care about that. So that's some discrimination if I've ever seen it right there.
Hey, being a support player,
support
I know how it
lives
goes.
Matter.
You know, being one of those supports, I know my life sometimes doesn't matter.
Damn. Okay, well, 33 does have Ravage now. Will he elect to level it? He does. Going for the Vlad's Rush is a very nice item for Tide. A hero we just don't see very often in the meta right now because he feels underwhelming compared to these other team fighters that when they don't have their ultimate, they feel much more impactful. He doesn't really pressure towers. He doesn't really represent kill threat. He doesn't have a low cooldown stun.
They have level 6.
As we see the Roar.
But what they may not have expected is the toss Zeb to show up, and he does throw out his Walrus Punch to quickly eliminate Ghost Stick. Now to block in King R with that Ice Shards. Zeb's doing it all by himself. He just needs another hit, but the Magic Wand, Magic Stick rather, from King R will keep him nice and healthy.
And just going to keep an eye out for what the supports on the side of OG decide to do because the cores are pretty active. While Tide's going to kind of chill in the mid lane like last game, I have to believe. I don't know how long that's going to last when Dendi's level 8 and you're level 6.
Yeah, it feels like, especially with all that burst damage from the Queen of Pain, Kraken Shell may not be enough to protect him at times. He may just get popped.
Yeah, No Tail is stacking up for him, so that's what he's elected to do on 5-position Ember for all those that are about to be studying this replay to ruin their pubs with.
You're saying you're not going to be asking for a 5 Ember?
If No Tail does it in my game, he's welcome to do whatever the heck he wants because he could do it better than anyone else could probably support me normally, so including myself.
Okay.
But if you're
anybody
on my team,
else?
Nobody else, please. Okay.
Ravage.
Nice Ravage.
Just going to be thrown out. No Tail does manage. Okay, that's a little bit of a chain up of disables, and they needed every second they could get a regen pop by Dendi, and now that's
completely
like that
wasted.
gank didn't even happen.
Except for we look at 33 and we see that Ravage saying 133, 132, 131. I believe that is the indication that it did happen. Okay.
It did indeed. But from Dendi's perspective, he's just going to shrug it off and go to top lane with the smoke from King R. See if they can get a kill. Turn it into a tower. No tail with no boots is actually going to break that smoke on King R, but they've already found their jump onto Seb with the Primal Roar. The Sonic Wave goes out. The Snowball, he already took the damage, though. He's quite low. He will turn around and get the Walrus Punch, and they almost one-shot Danny. In fact, they will take him down. The chains did enough to kill the Pango as well. My goodness, that was a lot of damage. They underestimated what this core Tusk could do. LeBron being blocked up by Soxa. Soxa will die, but maybe he's just set up his team to get more kills. As now Ghost Duke's going to be caught in the chains, body blocked by No Tail, but as soon as he loses track of him, he's not going to get ahead of him again. Ghost Duke's going to have to juke out the Shackle and the Power Shot, neither of which is going to happen.
How does that just not work? I'm sure Bait's thinking the same thing. They got no Ravage. We smoke up. We got this. And then the Tusk just like one-shots the Queen of Pain. She only has 7 armor. So I guess the tag team plus that punch is just overwhelming damage. As you see here, they go on the Tusk, who's got the Bracer. He's a strength hero. He's tanky. Gets the Snowball off a bit late, but suddenly Queen of Pain tanking those tower shots plus that punch, as mentioned. It's just overwhelming damage there, and Bait maybe getting baited underneath the Tier 1 tower by OG.
And this is how your lead as a Queen of Pain versus nobody in lane, basically, just dwindles away.
Yeah, but they're up by 2,000 gold, and the real breadwinner is Excalibur, topping the net worth charts on a free farming Meepo, one of the scariest heroes in the game with this amount of space. Really the only limitation on Meepo is how much space he's allowed to have, and he is getting all of it. Going for that E-Blade rush.
Yeah, we haven't seen like a smoke up from OG to try and get into that jungle to gank the Meepo or anything.
It's pretty tough with their heroes, right?
Yeah, certainly. It would pretty much Seb who'd be the best operator for them, as he's going to try and get a kill in bottom lane anytime anybody's close. That is 700 damage crit, treads, and a bracer.
Yeah, they were just searching in the trees, forced the swashbuckle away, managed to land the Snowball before he got his Rolling Thunder off, and then he just dies to the punch, just like the Queen of Pain. It's almost a one-shot. Mid lane, we do see No Tail, level 7 actually on this 5-position Ember. He gets a lot as 5 when they play these Tusk-type cores as well as Wind Ranger. What is Wind Ranger going? Blade Mail, first item. As he breaks the smoke of LeBron, OG aware that something's afoot. And looks like just a casual rotation on the mid tower. They do have Ravage, and OG would probably fight without Ravage, so I assume they will fight with Ravage.
Maybe even got Supernova to be used as well. Another great egg protection. They throw it out. Oh, Shackle Shot on the right-hand side. That's definitely a big pickup if they could get it. King R going to be chased down here.
Nice
no opportunity to be able to get off a Rolling Thunder. A chains that catches LeBron as well. A fish punch to the nuts, and he's down. 2 dead on the side of Bait. And all of a sudden, OG didn't even have to blow any of their big team fight spells. So they can keep going if they want. Ravage, Supernova.
Look at that Tide Hunter damage to the tower. Wailing on it. No focus fire, so going to take a little while to be right-clicking this down.
Yeah, maybe it's not even worth the effort at this point. Because they will be back up in a second here, and it may be an opportunity for Bait to go again, or maybe it's an opportunity to use that Ravage. We'll have to see. They're going to go for this Centaur creep first. This Centaur that actually stuns the 2 of them. Dendy, it's a really nice Sonic Wave. It actually hit all 5 there. So Supernova, the Rolling Thunder. Actually, the Rolling Thunder bumps into 33. They're allowing them to be able to get away from a potential Ravage combo that could have wiped them. Now Bait resetting, going back in. King R daring them to jump on him, and sure enough, they respond in kind, quickly blowing him up. Dendy goes into the back line trying to catch somebody, but the courier drifts away. Now Excalibur's in trouble. He has to heal out from, oh, there goes that Ravage to stop the TP away from Excalibur. He couldn't get out. Ravage even clipping Dendy in the back line, so they're going to keep chasing forward for LeBron, while Dendy tries to get a kill here, still looking for that one pick-off, but
nice.
Now the Shackle Shot and a deny on Soxa. Dendy will be left with nothing for all of his efforts.
Heads up play by Sumail there. God, am I going to see a carry Wind Ranger with Blade Mail? Is this where all like the randoming for Sumail paid off in these pubs, you know, just playing carry Wind Ranger?
Yeah.
Has the Jelly, the Bring of Basilius aura, as well as that level 10 talent coming out, so he's going to be looking good on the mana front.
And this is where having an offlaner pays off. You have a mid that just leaves his lane and goes jungle at level 4 or 5 every time. And it all works out for them. Because now they brought that net worth lead to pretty much nothing.
Is this a legitimate strat to pick like really hard scaling supports? As we see the team fight mid, the Phoenix stun only does catch the Pangolier, so they think Bait that they can take a good engagement with no egg, but as you see here, that Tusk core, man, it hurts. And as Excalibur tries to TP away, he does end up getting ravaged. And with those long cooldowns on cooldown, Bait has decided to go for the Roshan. Will OG contest? That is the question. They seem to be unawares.
Yeah, this is perfect for Bait, especially if they can come out of that Roshan pit and find a kill on a Seb as well. He's going to throw out the Ice Shards, knowing what's happening now, but it's a bit too late for that. He's got to get the hell out of Dodge here. 6-13, Bait to pick up the first Aegis.
Yeah, 33 does get bottom tower, so not all for naught coming from OG there, but definitely exactly what Meatball wants in this game. With the quadruple Wraith Band into Ghost Scepter E-Blade, still top 2 net worths going to Bait, but we see here again, it is a much more even footing than last game with the support net worths, but
yeah.
OG's net worth on the supports always seems to be higher based on exactly what you said, where they kind of just have 3 pseudo cores that aren't really carries. So
No Tail tries to brave it, tries to go for the bounty rune right in front of all of Bait. Doesn't get it, but he does have an escape plan in that remnant laid out.
Oh, the good old no boots Ember.
That's a classic.
My favorite.
Run around head dressing people.
And it's probably more useful than most supports, Cap.
Shackle, not going to latch on to anything. Dendy's fine. But he has struggled to be able to get kills in these team fights. They're running out of damage. All these strength tanky heroes causing a bit of disruption. Excalibur, he'll be the man to brave that tier 1 tower until the glyph goes out anyway. He has that Aegis after all. They're a little bit separated though. Blink away from Dendy, gets him. Oh, that's actually going to pull the snowball to the wrong side of that cliff. Seb in some trouble. It's going to be Primal Roared up. King R bouncing around. It's Rolling Thunder to make sure there's no other OG heroes that approach.
That was pretty accurate, Seb. You did try, but he blinked away in time. I think No Tail was going for the Sleight of Fist change. That's what was the call they had, but was a bit late on that. And the snowball then not landing and taking him out of position. An easy deny coming out. Blinking from Dendy. That's a ballsy move, but it looks like it's going to pay off for him. Just get a little extra damage in there. And still a bit of fear. It's telling you that you mean business. No Tail serving as a ward, also more useful than most pub supports.
He sees everything the Bait's up to.
He's chilling.
Just because you can see it, though, doesn't mean that you can stop it.
He sees the creep army.
We're going to head up to that top tier 2. Ravage is up, as is Supernova.
Looks like
smoking from that high ground.
I think they might have done that on a ward, though.
Yeah.
Bait seems to be fully aware of what's going on here.
Leading the way. 33 sees a lot of heroes here. He's going to go for one of these meatballs, slowing him down with the gush. On the other side, though, the chain stun going out. The Supernova is out in force. No Tail managed to get away from that kill onto Quap, but Excalibur easily rolled away from that Supernova. Speaking of rolling, King R rolls on through and TP's out. He's making the call. They don't want to fight this anymore, and Dendy and Excalibur need to get out. Shackle already used means that Dendy's TP should complete just fine, and Excalibur gets a bunch of space to farm bottom.
I'm just a bit nervous for OG's damage, as they do try to catch Excalibur. I think their only source of damage really is the Tusk tag team.
Yeah.
Wind Ranger going for an Ags, which only gives you the double charge on the Wind Run, so it doesn't aid them in the damage front. They do have a Deso coming out on Tidehunter.
Now that's some damage.
That's fascinating approach coming out from OG in terms of the distribution of roles.
I mean, they're just planning for the level 25 talents.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
And me too. Everything OG does always makes sense if you just think hard enough.
Ghost getting free damage on the top tier 2 right now, and OG, they're being pulled around the map. But Excalibur tries to go for a kill on a Zeb, but he's going to be met by 33 with the Ravage ready to go. The Sonic Wave goes out, Snowball protecting the toss. Meanwhile, Denny's going to be targeted by Samael, but a Rolling Thunder bounces into 3. A Ravage going down. Denny tries to outrun it, but to no avail. He's stuck.
Oh
Shackle shot to make sure he stays in place, and he's dead. But the second life Excalibur, they need to be able to catch some heroes here, and they certainly will have found 33. 33 is going to battle it out, and he lifesteals so much with the anchor smash, he'll stay alive for quite some time, but he needs more help. The snowball goes up. Seb, he can grab somebody if he wants to. He's going to roll right into the middle of all of them. Maybe it's created enough space, though, for 33 to get out, but he's so damn slow. He's constantly hampered by boars, by bears, by pangoliers, everything after him, but there is going to be buyback from Seb. With the shackle shot onto the two meepos, they're going to turn back to 33 once again, but he's still staying alive thanks to all this lifesteal. A little bit more damage. Can they finally get him? One more anchor smash goes off, and he heals up some more. Excalibur gives up on Chase, but at the same time, he's lost his chin, so he goes back into it. But the shackle shot, oh, the E-Blade will finish him off.
So long
still,
to kill him.
It took him so long. He's committed so much that he will die, surrounded by OG members. That is a great encapsulation of that fight.
He was trying to kill Tidehunter for like 45 seconds. I think the entire time Dendy was dead, he was on the Tidehunter. And somehow still a 3K net worth lead for Bait. I guess that's the buyback on the Tusk really showing itself there. And I don't really know who the real breadwinner of that fight was. Do you know?
Well, I'm going to say with Excalibur dying...
Dendy? Oh, continue.
That it's OG.
Okay.
Just for the experience that they got.
Like enjoying the fight or like the experience gain?
A little bit of column A.
Okay.
A little bit of column B. They do have a 4,000 experience lead, even if Bait have the net worth lead. And that will grow as they get a kill onto No Tail. That said, OG definitely needs some more convincing fights because this Meepo, he's just going to get harder and harder to kill. And then again, maybe Tidehunter will just start getting more and more damage. No, he's going Blink Dagger.
That's kind of damage. Gets him in position for the damage.
Sure.
He's been getting kited a little bit when they go for the egg. I think being able to blink commit on the egg as well is really important for these fights.
Right.
And double damage on Tusk, probably not going to turn anything. He's going for a Solar Crest. And if that comes out, the physical damage will be relatively overwhelming with the Gush minus armor, the tag team physical damage, the Solar Crest 8 minus armor. That creep just got one-shotted.
Yeah. It's 1,200 damage thanks to the DD. Yule Scepter making sure Sumail cannot chase. But bottom lane, maybe that's where they're going to make it go. It's the two supports right now. No.
Much more tame game coming out from OG. I guess that's what happens when you're losing by 3,000 net worth. You can only take fights when the opponent really gives them to you. And as of now, it seems to be slightly creeping in favor of Bait as you have a Meepo that will consume the map of net worth. Is this the Alchemist effect, though? Is Meepo a hero that you can lose with when you're this far ahead? Or what do you think about that, Cap?
I legitimately think this Tide could carry the game. But he's very far away from that.
That's fair enough.
Like, legitimately, once he gets 25, I think he can. But for now, he's 15. He just got the 25% anchor smash damage
85% damage reduction. That Meepo's never removing because it doesn't buy BKB or mats or anything like that. And he's in trouble as Seb, that's a dieback. He's dead for 70, no buyback. They absolutely know that based on the cooldown that he does not have it. And 33, they see him, they ping him. What does that mean, though? Can they do anything to this Tidehunter? At what point can they kill the Tidehunter? Are they considering a Silver Edge on Meepo? Yes, they are. I was about to say, that's probably the go time.
Do you think they should push this tower? I mean, 4 versus 5.
Don't commit too hard, though. They have Phoenix Egg and Tide, so maybe poke the bear, but not, you know, and go in its den.
You could poke the bear, but not the watermelon?
There you go. That works. Well said.
Well, unfortunately, those creeps die so quickly as 33 clears him out. The Fire Spirits.
He is the wall.
Aiding in that. That is the green wall indeed.
Interesting reference there, but I like it. Killing the Hawk for the vision. That's actually a pterodactyl. That was kind of cool. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, he's rocking the new set. All dinosaurs. Prehistoric Age Beastmaster. It looks like
OG
thinks it's an opportunity. A nice shackle shot that actually latches LeBron into Ghost Stick. A chains onto the two of them. Primal Roar is going to go down, but Ghost Stick's just going to use that movement speed to try and get the hell out of here, but he's not going to make it so far. He tried to go for a TP. That was ambitious at best. A shackle shot shuts him down.
That Centaur stun almost saved them, I thought, from the chin there, but turns out that despite seemingly having damage issues, they just don't have damage issues on the side of OG. I think you look at this lineup and the average player would be like, where carry? And I say, all carry. Something like that.
All carry.
Yeah, other than the 5-position Ember that's now position 8, they barely missed the chains.
Is King R going to go for it? You think he'll wait? Try and backdoor the tower?
Get it.
Do it, dude. Believe in yourself.
They're not here anymore. No way. They see him.
Cuts the creep wave first.
Okay, at the very least, that's probably okay. The creeps are threatening the tower now, but 33. He did change directions from that Blink Dagger to the Assault Cuirass. So the minus armor adding on top of that Desolator. The Desolator does apply that minus armor to every hero hit or unit hit by his Anchor Smash.
MKB being built by Sumail. As he's going to run in. He does find LeBron once again. Shackle. And Bait just don't seem to really be playing around each other too much. They just keep on giving up LeBron. As a result, Sumail does have a godlike spree. They take that away from him, though.
Yeah, and no longer based on net worth at all when it comes to kill, experience, and gold bonus. They will get a lot for Sumail here if they manage to take him down. Does have the Ag, so he's pretty damn survivable. Meepo cannot buy an MKB, so Ags goes a long ways on having that second charge of the win run, as the only way to really kill him, since all they are is Meepo and summons, is to actually catch him either outside of it or lock him down long enough that he can't use a second one. Because I don't think the co-op magic damage is enough.
No. I mean, he's sitting at 2k HP. Dendy. You're looking at maybe 1,000.
Oh, he actually took the Shackle Shot cooldown on Sumail. I guess the Jelly might have had something to do with that. Maybe the other mana regen talent, since it got nerfed a little while back, is just too mediocre. Soxa working on that Axe, 200 gold away. And Roche is up, and it's going to go down fast with that Solar Crest plus Tag Team, plus Focus Fire. They see it because of the Hawk, so they're ready, but I don't know if you can fight into this tide.
King R, you got to get in there soon with the Rolling Thunder if you want to put a stop to this. Here it comes. No tail. He's going to try and charge out here. He's immediately going to be Primal Roared up by Ghost Stick, but there's no damage to follow it up, and all of OG is just streaming out of the pit to go for a fight. 33 gets right on top of Ghost Stick, who actually does get to be saved by the help of that Ghost. Excalibur, he's going to try and jump away. He's going to be good for now, but LeBron once again is going to be chased down. He tries to save himself with a Shadow Amulet, but this time they do have a Sentry.
How do you fight into tide, man? Though. I don't think you can.
Ghost Stick. He gets shackled again. Sumail makes sure to net him too. Ghost Stick's not going anywhere. And from doing Roshan to taking a team fight and then back into Roshan, OG have plans for this 27th minute of the game.
I guess
they're going to try and go back in?
Maybe Roche.
No.
Aegis on the tide. Maybe a bit unnecessary. Oh, he has the Orb of Destruction. Oh, my God. That's so value. Minus 11 armor on all of his attacks, as well as a bit of a slow.
20% slow.
Yeah, not irrelevant against heroes like Meepo that will never buy a BKB.
And Aghanims that is denied as the Courier is now dead for 2.5 minutes. Soxa.
Need every handicap they can get, it looks like, thus far. Down by 6K, but it just does not feel like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know how, but it does not feel like, based on the way the map's being played, that they are down. It seems really difficult to fight into them at this point. And once that AC comes out from Tide...
Spot him out! They're going to try and blow up Seb as quick as possible with the Primal Roar. The Supernova does go down with the Ravage, but a BKB is already popped by Dendy. Can he take out the egg? Can he do a little bit more damage with the help of Excalibur? They can. A Shackle Shot latches one of the Meepos, 33. We've seen how tanky he can be thanks to this lifesteal. And he even has an Aegis, but the rest of his team is leaving him behind. 33, he just wants creeps and towers at this point.
Easy.
No, Dendy denies him. Outplayed.
That's the mid-practice, all those denies.
Okay, got him once.
Well, I guess they can fight into them if they catch them off guard there. Yeah. Suddenly an 8K net worth lead for the Radiant. Will OG manage to make another series? 3 games today. I hate to say OG doing it, but that does feel like that's the case. I don't know about you, Cap.
I won't disagree with you too much, BSJ.
Will not disagree, he says.
Yeah.
Almost MKB.
There's a lot of Dendy fans out there, you know? You got to...
Well, Dendy with that denied... Oh, we see the Silver Edge. Excalibur, he's looking. But Dendy, or excuse me, Sumail,
You can get him?
He's out. He's pretty fast with that uncapped movement speed, but that's a minor investment from Excalibur as he can just poof back to the mid lane.
Taking a tier 2.
I think Seb's got to be the one that's careful, because if he gets caught, they really do lack control and damage, because that Solar Crest plus tag team is just so much. And every fight that's seemingly gone poor for OG is on the back of him getting initiated onto.
Yeah, their potential of bursting somebody down is a lot worse. The damage of Focus Fire is significantly less.
Yeah, Wind Ranger Tusk is a pretty sick combo if the Focus Fire with the tag team is in tandem. Does have the MKB done. Cheese still on Sumail, but they did feed away the Aegis, smoking up even without Ravage. I think they saw that. Yeah, they did. They did have a dire ward on the high ground, so they are aware of this.
You want to fight without Ravage, huh? Well, they might just see an opportunity with Centaur stun leading off onto Seb. BKB, Sonic Wave, Rolling Thunder. They're going to make sure that Seb is the first to die in the fight once again. And now the Rolling Thunder, it bounces back onto Sumail. Sumail, he managed to cheese him up, but he's still stuck inside that damage snare. Fortunately, the Phoenix Egg is going to blow up, giving him some space here. Ghost Stick, Dendy. Oh, a little bit of shot goes out. Ghost Stick throws an Axis. Orchid goes out as well. He's ticking down, and he will die eventually. Dandy makes sure he goes to the grave here. Chen Heal going out the sun right now. The Ravage going down. Excalibur is going to lose his life.
What?
The Meepo down, but maybe the rest of Bait can still clean up this fight as they do manage to kill the Phoenix first. No Tail's going to be next target for Dendy. Another Orchid is up for him. He doesn't need it for the Ember Spirit, so he can use it on somebody else if he wants to, but first he has to get away from this Tusk. Seb with the buyback, effective at making this fight go even for OG, but overall still a net worth going up and up and up for Bait.
He really has to just be more careful on Seb. He's getting chain netted by the Meepo, and he has the BKB queued up, but as long as he's in the fight, despite all the ults not really being used, it doesn't seem to matter if he's dead in terms of damage output. Only 2 fights they've won, are handedly at least, are the ones that he's bought back. And somehow Meepo's still going down. I'm pretty sure during this fight you just wonder how does anything that OG's happen when they're down by this much. It just seems like in most games with most teams against other teams, I would say this game's already over and we're just waiting for the inevitable finish. But somehow it just doesn't feel that way. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Dendy orking up the Tusk.
Don't get too close, Dendy. Fortunately, he will
Tango
not.
dies to
Meanwhile,
Sumail bottom. That MKB does do a lot of damage, and he's queuing up a Satanic on the Wind Ranger, so he will be planning to stand his ground as his approach, and he does take the +1 Shackle Shot duration, making it a 4.8 second stun. That is a long stun.
on an 8-second cooldown.
Yeah.
That's
What's
pretty
that
impressive.
uptime there, Cap?
Very little. What, 3.2?
Yeah, there you go.
We also have a lot more minus armor, because now we have -5 gush armor. So that's 12 plus another 5 plus another 6 plus another
5 from the Orb of Destruction. So 22, 28.
Well, I was going to say 8.
Plus another 8, which is 36 minus armor.
All right. That's a lot of minus armor.
Yeah. That's going to add up pretty quick. Is there any
If
way
they can actually get that
more?
combo, I could see Seb one-shotting somebody.
What about when 33 has level 25?
Oh, I mean, it's just game over
Yeah.
at that point. I'm like half joking, but I legitimately think
he gets
I don't know
level
how
25 in a
Meepo wins
Daedalus.
against this Tidehunter once he gets 25. Tried to go and get a fast Blink Walrus punch onto Dendy, but Dendy was a bit too fast for that. Dendy, who has a double damage rune in his bottle currently. Ghost Stick split pushing the map right now, also has a Blink Dagger. Is letting his boar and axes do the pushing.
Yeah. This is the best thing they can do. I was going to say when they're behind, but they're just not. So maybe it just feels like they can't fight, right? The Meepo in a Tide makes it really awkward. They do try to get the Ember 5 position, but just going to be content to take the tier 2 as OG will trade the top tower. They kill buildings pretty fast on both sides. The Beastmaster Aura plus summons on one side and the Tidehunter AC plus a bajillion minus armor on the other. And it looks like they're going to try to force OG back to base here on the side of Bait. Shovel.
They should
Come on,
be
convert
successful
the
in that.
Cobalt Foreman that you just made. He's actually getting followed. How long does this thing follow you? I actually
it
don't
just
know.
keeps following you.
Okay, it
until,
stops until it loses vision of you. I see.
Yeah.
So it's like normal creep aggro. What's it do now? Does it wait
Just
for?
sits there.
I'm watching this guy.
You could conceivably block camps with it.
I am. This guy's on my radar. He's at the big camp in the triangle for Dyer. There he is.
Bob Dart's playing the game of Where's Waldo right now.
I'll keep everyone posted. Don't worry. Back to the game, though. 13K net worth lead for Bait. Foreman on the watch.
-4-second Earthbind cooldown for the Meepo. So prepare to be perma-earthbound.
Perma-earthbound. Does go from 4 to 8, or 8 to 4. I mean, that's pretty significant decrease.
Primal Roar until blink away before any damage could come upon him. Ghost Stick.
Okay, that's a decently relevant cooldown. Ember is bottom. He does have a remnant to join the team.
Swashbuckle trying to get
He's
away,
dead.
but the Snowball catches up to him. The Rolling Thunder is not going to be happening in time.
So much damage. Quickening Charm on the Tusk as well.
Okay, it's time to go high ground.
Down by 13,000. Very standard stuff going on here.
Why does it feel like Bane might just lose the game here? Well, they have a 13,000 gold lead, but...
This is a 10th pick Tide. They actually just can't kill this guy. This Watermelon...
Yeah. I mean, they don't have buyback on both Dendy and Excalibur right now, so if they take this fight and lose it, the game's just over.
Do you think OG's even slightly aware that they're down by this much?
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what's going on in this game, so I doubt OG does.
Net worth advantage is just a number, I believe is what Dendy once said.
All right, well, that was a free lane of barracks against a team that had a 13,000 net worth lead.
I would like to know if there's a record for the time a team has just marched into high ground. They didn't like sneak it or split push it. They just marched to high ground. How much they've been down to take a Rax. I'd like to know if we can get Statsman Blitz on there.
I mean, this is where being blind, because surely if Bates saw that number, they'd be like, we take this fight, right? Like, guys, wouldn't it be embarrassing? We just lost a lane of barracks with this large of a net worth lead. But again, they didn't have buybacks, so maybe it wasn't worth the risk.
Seb's looking for more.
Seb,
Dust.
he is hungry.
No
He's
Solar Crest
found
used.
LeBron.
A bit slow there. Gotta call him out on that. But third Roche is up, and there's a refresher shard on that one.
Oh, dear.
Yikers is
That
what I believe is the proper term for that one.
Would be very scary.
Do we give it to the Phoenix or the Tidehunter?
I'm certain we give it to the Tidehunter, right?
Yeah, it's going to die so quick. They want to contest this, I think, or even...
Holy crap. This poor Roshan doesn't stand a chance.
Okay, they gave the refresher shard to Wind Ranger. Perfect. And they'll probably hand that off sometime soon. Aegis to Wind Ranger, refresher shard to the Ember. No, I'm kidding. It's given to the Tidehunter. Got you guys. And we're working on that level 25 for Tide. That's what I think you and I and everyone watching are probably looking forward to.
I swear to God, like, I feel like they need to end the game. Like, they can't just let this Tidehunter get his level 25, right? But now they're fighting up against an Aegis, so maybe an opportunity missed.
Oh,
Shackle shot in top lane. Dandy, let's see how much damage he takes.
5 seconds stun.
It is raining in. The Chen Heal goes out. The
Heal.
Scythe of Ice. Maybe it saved him. Maybe it didn't. Yule Scepter now going down. Samael slowed down even more. He's got another win run. Oh, but if he chases too far.
They're looking for him. The rest of OG has to get
here.
OG?
Rolling Thunder. They spotted him. Primal Roar out. And Samael, you went too far, my friend. Now he does have an Aegis.
They see 2 of OG mid, so they know they're not helping him.
He has a win run charge, but he needs to be able to not be stunned to use it. A push, that's not quite good enough. A Shackle Shot doesn't actually latch. King R taking so much damage. Samael will definitely die here, but first King R's going to go down.
Meanwhile,
the Yule Scepter doesn't
pit.
come in time. Meanwhile, over in the Roshan pit, how's Excalibur doing against 33? Get all those meeples out. The Snowball went to the wrong one, but he throws the Ice Shards out. There is one meeple that's alone by itself, and he gets Solar Crested and bombed on. Scythe of Ice goes out onto 33. He's been broken by that, but the Ravage goes out just in time. Refresher Shard, no!
He was feared.
He was feared.
Oh, the level 25 Queen of Pain talent.
So close.
I think he would have actually maybe killed them all, honestly.
Oh, and he found Seb, too. Perfect.
Okay.
The
OG.
Hawk goes out, spots him sitting in the trees.
Down for 100 seconds is the Tusk. No buyback on him, buyback on the rest. A bit, I don't want to say 3-2-2 coming out from OG, but that was questionable stuff. Let's just leave it at that. Aegis and Cheese and Refresher Shard, and they managed to get picked off on 3 different spots on the map.
He did indeed try, Seb, but they have map hacks. They have the Hawk of the Beastmaster that spotted you, and now you have no buyback, and the rest of your team is going to have to cover for you as Beat. You just push into this high ground with a Meepo. How adventurous are they going to get here? Are they just going to take 1 lane of barracks and even things out? Will they try and push for more? That top lane is open after all with no tier 3.
Windranger's alive, though. She does a lot of damage.
They haven't used that Refresher Shard just yet for 33. If they can force him back, they can still keep that double Ravage. The Scythe goes out on No-Tails. He jumps forward, and a Primal Roar into the back lines. As they're trying to go for Sox, they're trying to get him as quick as possible with the Orca. They should be able to do so, and he's dead, but so is Excalibur. They trade off there of team fights. If Excalibur buys back, is he able to get here? Oh, the chains onto both of them.
The Shackle. Oh,
Shackle doesn't latch. Dendy, he gets a little bit farther away. Can Sumail catch up to him? That was the gem dropped on the ground, too. Oh, Jesus.
Suddenly 18K in favor of Bait and 2 lanes of racks. Is this the advantage they need, Cap?
I hope so.
Okay.
Because we want to see Game 3 of this wacky series, right?
Do you think OG wants to see a Game 3?
I think the way they're playing, maybe they do.
True, very true.
Oh,
Queen
no,
Dendy.
That's
No
not where
BKB.
you want to be. No BKB. Only a Eul's to be able to remove that chains. Fortunately, the Fear will help him out, but there's a counter Eul's from No-Tail that takes away that haste rune. Now he's going to be chained up.
God.
Going for that
Seb's
bounty
here.
rune. Dendy, where are you going to
Seb?
blink to? He blinks out, but no snowball. A counter. He has a blink dagger and a snowball to be able to catch up to him. So Dendy,
the
he
Fear.
has another blink. He has the essence ring, but the chain goes off. A BKB activated. He's got no HP. 150 HP to be able to work with. No-Tail is going to keep chasing him down. 33 on one side. Seb on the other. The Ice Shard catches him. Seb, are you okay?
I think the answer is no, Cap.
I don't think Dendy's okay at all.
Okay, he used the Tome on Tide. He's level 24 and a half.
He's got Satanic coming in too.
Please buy your Satanic and do not die 33, because if you do, the game will probably end. It will not get to see the 250 damage out. Seb going a little bit ham.
They're just going to go to the high ground here for the buyback immediately from Dendy. The Rolling Thunder on through everybody. The Supernova goes out, but it's already dead. Excalibur was just left free to swing on it. 33 didn't stop it.
33.
He eats his cheese.
OG, please. You made it to 24 and a half on time.
33.
Oh, my God.
Somehow, he's just running in. He grabbed the gem. If only he was level 25, maybe he would get out. But since he's only level 24, much like our Tidehunter friends, he will be repeatedly soulbound.
This is like when you wait in line at the theme park for your favorite ride. You get to the front, and they just have some maintenance problems, and they have to shut it down. You know what I mean, Cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this wild ride
I've
to
been
start
on the
or
wild
come
ride,
to close. I don't know.
Oh, he dodged it with the side effects. That was actually pretty sick by No-Tail, to be honest with you. He predicted, or he predicted that he's going to blink, and he side effected ahead of time and dodged the fear. He smokes.
All right. 3 heroes dead with no buyback. 17,000 net worth lead. BSJ, our Bait finally favored here.
Potentially? No, they're almost certainly going to end the game.
Well, Dota Plus says it's only 77%. I mean, they're just going to hit tier 4.
Yeah, it's actually GG.
It's already
Pretty
over.
sure, yeah. Even if they were to manage to cut the creeps on the side of OG, there's no way. Finish fast, GG.
GG. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I know you've had a fun time so far, and we certainly have. And I know you wanted to see more. More